Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? It's good to see you. We're going to have us a quick crown chat today, and I'm going to try to be brief. Y'all know I got a big mouth, but I'm going to try to limit it. Okay, so we're going to get on into this thing. Before I do that, y'all, please hit the like button for me. Like it on your way in. Please, 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 and thank you. It's very important that we hit that like button. If you enjoy coming over here for crown chats and crown therapy, and even if you enjoy the front porch, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we cover over here with the royal family. So, with that being said, again, we had a wonderful weekend and we're starting off this week fresh. This is a Tuesday, and I want to say hello to everybody who's here. All of you showed up for the Talent Fest. I enjoyed y'all. I can't quit talking about it. It was such a wonderful time. Jackie, how you doing? Miss Sparkle, hey. Sharon, hey Miss Sharon, our musical genius up in here. Egypt, learning to love myself. How you doing? Hey Keisha E, how you doing? Who else we got in the house? Got Linda Ford, Ra Ra Ross Joy online. Demi P, how are you? All right. Good to see y'all. Auntie Eva, BJ Des, Lady C, Private Joy, how you doing? All right. Hey Alita, how are you? It's very good to see you. My sister Zoe's here. HU Angel 1, Sassy 1965. This is easy breezy now. Y'all know that's the royal mom to be. Speaking of which, we will be having a baby shower slash aunties meeting this week. And we're going to hold that in Zoom so everybody can talk and get their thoughts out without having to type. Hey, Black Diamond, Christian Key, how are you? Evangelist, how are you? Let's see who else is in the room. All right, Nacho Twins mama, Miss Harris. Hey, all right. We got us a nice little crowd up in here. We're going to talk and get this thing done. Y'all know I try to be brief. That's all I can say. I try. We got DC holding the door and Egypt holding the door. Gwen, how are you? Jane, sis, hi. All right. Wonder Woman Marsha, it's always good to see you. Damie, always a pleasure. Okay, Sharon Redmond, Lorene Brown, hey, Wani, Jay Rucker, Key B, how you doing? All right. M.R. Spiller, my sis, love you. Chris Stephanie Stroud, my beautiful niece, U.S. Army brat. All right. Ty Bowden, California, right? Leslie Prim, girl, I was showing off those zills you sent from my Amazon wish list yesterday. Lisa Carrero, Tyler Reed, how you doing? Roz Storm, all of my sisters are here, and I appreciate y'all. New York finest, Lady Di, the Reed, you made it. Hey, Alondra. All right. You guys, I'm so glad you're here. I am. Carmen Cologne, Jam, Sasha, Rochelle. Y'all know I feel bad when I can't speak to everybody, so forgive me. Franchette, how you doing? All right, Megan. Hey, Megan. How are you? Hi Vibe, how you doing? Jazzy, hello beautiful. Dana Cutler, all right. This is nice. Marilyn McGowan, our poet laureate. Marva, how are you? This is beautiful. Listen, y'all don't know how happy I am that I know the talents y'all got. So that way, when I need something done, I know who to call now. So I'm so glad that you came on out and showed yourselves. D. Marie, how you doing? Diamond Pearl Jim, how are you? Listen, if y'all see Esmane come in, let me know because she wasn't available on her birthday, but we do still need to celebrate her birthday properly. So if she slips in and I miss her, y'all let me know that she's here. Okay? All right. So let's get on into it. Now, y'all saw the title for the day, which is the balancing act, progress and obstacles. And we got to learn to balance those. And y'all, please hit that like button. Listen, I'm seeing 56 likes. Y'all look out for your sister, okay? Thank you. Please hit, there's 93 people in here. Y'all hit the like button for me. Help your sister out. Please, please, please. I'm begging for likes. I need y'all to have my back. It's really important. Please, like buttons. Please. I'm still at 60. It ain't moved. Hey, iridescent unicorn farts. How are you? But y'all look out for me. Um, Mars, y'all hold it down for me. I appreciate it. So when we start talking about these obstacles and progress, there is definitely a balancing act. Okay? We got to get to the balancing act. And when we start talking about the balancing act here, what's at play are all right. Thank you so much. Hey Irma. I like when y'all hit the like button. Thank you, Jane or Janie. I appreciate that. Um, so we're talking about spiritual laws here today, not just the balancing of our diet, balancing the budget. We're talking about things that we pray for. Hey, AP Leo Queen, I see you slip in. Um, we're talking about things that you pray for, things that you are trying to manifest for yourself, and the obstacles that come up. We have to consider just the laws of things and what to expect because everything in the universe, everything in the world is balanced, right? So now, when we start getting into the fact that there is a balancing act and acknowledging that, it helps us to understand what's going on when we run into obstacles, right? Hey, BT, I'm glad you're here so you can take the notes for us. So, when we start talking about these obstacles, what we're talking about is opposition. Everything has opposition, okay? All right, Iridescent, you with me? Okay, everything has an opposition. So when we start considering, oh wow, hey New Year's Day, when we start considering the things that we're pressuring and we're applying metaphysical pressure to, understand that in order for success or progress, there has to be an obstacle or there has to be resistance. Resistance is a type of opposition. Yeah, DC, I'm with you. I think we all right, but let's watch. Let's watch. Um, Resistance is a type of opposition, right? When you have resistance, the first thing is the resistance may be, you know, something that you feel that's an abstraction, or it may be something that's actually literal. Like you may look for a job and they start telling you stuff. Hey, Esmine, we celebrating your birthday today. If you have PayPal or something, let me know in the chat so we can start doing things. Okay. Dolce, how are you? That's all right, Dolce. We got the love over here. We've cornered the market on love in the royal family, and that's what we're gonna keep on doing. Esmond, please let me know if you got a PayPal or any way that we can try to bless you on your birthday because we missed you on Sunday. And I know you were probably celebrating, but we want to celebrate with you today, okay? You guys tell Esmond happy birthday. Our sister had a birthday on Sunday, okay? So please do that while I'm going forward with the information. So the first thing you have to understand, like I said, if you go for a job, they start telling you you have to have things that they didn't originally tell you that you needed. Like you may apply online and it says no degree needed, but when you get there, they're like, no, you need everybody to have a degree. Little resistance, things like that. Resistance is a type of an obstacle. Hey, Veronica, it's so good to see you. Okay, so make sure that when you recognize an obstacle, whether it's something that you feel and it's abstract, or whether it's something that is concrete and you can point to it, you can touch it, you can quantify it, either way, it's resistance. The first thing is don't give up. Hey, Brooke, is it Sajal? You saying happy birthday? That's so sweet of you, Sajal. All right. So consider the fact that you don't give up when you meet resistance. Resistance can be good for you at times. For one reason, resistance leads to velocity. Now, I know I'm using some $5 words, so I'm going to just keep it real, just break it all the way down what I mean. Like, if you have something that you have to, that is giving you resistance and you have to push past it, you have to use your body weight or you have to use force to break through it. Okay? You have to use force to break through. Okay. Well, that's all right. Y'all continue to spray her with happy birthdays and she won't let us give her a monetary blessing. Y'all just keep spraying her with love. Okay. So you have to apply force or pressure or put your weight behind it to break through whatever this opposition is. Sometimes, like if your opposition is in school, if you get a tough professor, you may have to study harder. You got to apply more pressure. You know, if your resistance is something physical and you may have to work out harder. If your resistance is in the job market, you may have to go prepare yourself more. You understand what I mean? So you're applying pressure, which means that when you apply pressure to a thing, what happens when you break through? If you're pressing against the door, hey Joelle, if you're pressing against the door and this door is flimsy, it's giving, hey Miss GJ, and it's giving you a little bit of resistance, but you know it's not going to hold. What happens when you break through that door? Do you break through the door slowly, or do you break through the door with some type of speed or velocity because you put pressure on that door? So in cases like that, please bear in mind that the resistance actually works in your favor because it wasn't easy for you to get where you are. Now that you've broken through, you have more velocity. Others who were able to walk through the door simply don't have the same velocity or the same strength coming out that you do. Hey, Candace Lane. Hey, Silver Diamond. How you doing? All right. Hey, Kim Bird. Hey, Chanel. So bear in mind that the resistance can lead to velocity, meaning that somebody who had it a lot easier may not go as far. Say it again, Leslie Prim. You're going to go further because you came in hot. You're going to go further because it took you more pressure to break through the resistance. Also, resistance builds strength. All the extra effort that you had to go through to get to a certain place, abstract, material, spiritual, what have you, whatever you had to break through, whatever resistance you had to break through, it gives you strength. It gave you strength because you had to build up your strength just to get through there. Again, somebody who is allowed in easily will not have the same amount of strength for the task at hand because you broke through. It built your strength. It happens with butterflies when they're breaking through that cocoon. If you go and tear that cocoon open for that butterfly, the butterfly will not survive. Why will the butterfly not survive? The butterfly actually needs the resistance of the cocoon in order to build its strength to be able to fly. Are y'all catching where I'm coming from? Am I tripping? Am I on point? Let me see bullseyes if I'm off, because I don't want to waste y'all time if I ain't on point. Okay? So the resistance is a good thing. Some of us come from backgrounds that are not so simple. And because we came from backgrounds that are not so simple, we have a very strong mindset. We're not easily swayed. We're not easily bullied. We're not easily, pushed around. We're not easily influenced or beaten down. Why? We didn't come from simple backgrounds, and it took a lot of pushing, and we met a lot of resistance on our way out of it. We had to do a lot to get out of it. So once you get there, once you get there, your strength is different than somebody who may have come from a background that was a lot more simplistic, and they didn't have to fight as much against resistance in order to get to where they need to go. Now, I hope y'all catching DT's notes. DT is good with these notes. Okay? So now the other thing you have to understand is that resistance that gives you velocity, that allows you to go further, it gives you a better projectile, that resistance that builds strength is actually necessary to survive the next stage in your evolution. Whatever it is that you're gearing up and preparing to be, it provides that. It's absolutely necessary. So when the resistance comes up, it's as a direct response to your progress. It's as it comes up as a direct response to what you're going to need once you reach where you're going. Alondra says resistance makes you push harder to succeed. Resistance means you learn difficult lessons. It's true. It's true. There's a different type of strength that is acquired when it's resistance training, even in the gym. Even in the gym. So when you meet resistance, don't get discouraged and start, well, I ain't gonna mess with it because they keep bothering me and they keep saying stuff and this and that. You know, and I know that people ain't in charge of your life. You know who's in charge of your life, and I ain't got to say it because this ain't church. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So if he's allowing the resistance to come up, it's because of the balance. It's the balance. In order for you to be ready for what it is you're trying to get to, the resistance has to show up to prepare you. How are you trying to get somewhere, but you refuse to put gas in the car? It has to take place. You're right, Sheila. You on point. Another type of opposition that I want to talk about today, and I think that we've all dealt with it, we deal with it on a regular basis, it comes up all the time, is rejection. And a lot of people have a hard time with rejection. Rejection don't feel good. It don't feel good worth a darn. I'm not going to sit up and tell you now lie that rejection feels great. We all enjoy it. It's fabulous. It's not. It sucks, doesn't it? It don't feel good at all. We don't enjoy rejection, do we? Let me see in the chat. Put a one in the chat if rejection makes you feel good, and put a two in the chat if you don't feel good about rejection at all. One's if you like rejection, two if they can keep that mess. Let me know. Say you in tears thinking about all the obstacles I faced and where I am now. It's been a long road, but the struggle was worth it. All right. So I see lots of twos. I mean, a whole lot of twos. Okay. So we've established that we don't like rejection. Rejection don't feel good. But like, let's break this thing down, right? Let's talk about it. Alethea says she like rejection. AP Leo Queen says she like rejection. Don't nobody else like rejection. I don't like it. It don't feel good. We human. Most of us like to be accepted. It shouldn't be required. You shouldn't hinge your whole life, your whole existence on it. But rejection don't feel good. But let's talk about this thing, right? Rejection can come from a couple of places or in a couple of different forms or a few different. I'm sure y'all can think some I did. These lessons, you get velocity from the resistance. This is a direct response from getting something good. It's the delicate balance of life. All right. I love them notes. Okay. One is say, but it makes me work harder. I like it. So now let's talk about this rejection of a thing. Rejection can be protecting you from taking a wrong path or a wrong decision. Sometimes rejection will come up from people who intended to embrace you and they won't even know why it's happening. Somebody will have it in their mind to call you for a job. And then at the time, they won't even remember to call you. They won't be able to find your number. Something will come up and cause that rejection to happen. And you'll be sitting by the phone, hey, Delicia, and expecting that call and you counting on it. You done already spent the money before they even call you because you're that sure of it. But something will happen and cause these people to change their mind and they won't even call you. Okay? They won't even call you. And you sitting there, you got that feeling of rejection. It don't feel good at all. But sometimes that rejection can come up and the one who's in charge of your everything and cause them to lose your number. Sometimes he's the one that's causing these people to forget your name and forget your face. It's a reason. It is a lot of times preventing us from taking a wrong path or a wrong decision. Sometimes. How many of y'all done been rejected? These ladies in here, we got a couple of men, but I'm asking the girls. How many of y'all been rejected by a man that you thought was just the best looking thing since Billy D. Williams? And then you find out years later he was a whole scoundrel. And some other woman caught pure hell because he didn't reject her. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? How many people have seen this kind of thing play out? How many people have seen this thing play out? Let me see something in the chat. I want to make sure that I'm on point and I ain't tripping. I'm just curious. Uh-huh. Leslie Prim say divine protection. I see hands from evil. Miss Sparkle. Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay, so y'all done seen it. Wani done seen this before. Okay, Nacho Twins Mama, Corina, New Year's Bay. Okay, bingo. That's a prime example and a very common example. But sometimes you being rejected is to save your neck. It's to save your neck. Wonder Woman Marshall says, oh yes, love hard, and he rejected me. Thank God he did, because looking at him today, he saved my life. That's right. Sometimes when you feel that rejection, I know it doesn't feel good. We've all acknowledged it. Sometimes just say thank you and move on. H2 Angel 1 says, I recently prayed to God that he make the wrong choice so uncomfortable that I can't make it. And you know what? That's a good one to ask for. That's a good one to ask for. Quiet Storm 87 says, hey family, yes, I was rejected by a boy when I was 16. And the girl he ended up choosing ended up pregnant and an STD that keeps on giving. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Don't get these different obstacles, the resistance and the rejection, especially when it's stopping you from taking a wrong path or wrong decision. Stop complaining. Y'all, sometimes we go straight to complaints when we don't need to. We go straight to complaint. That's the first thing we do. I can't believe this is happening to me. What she got that I ain't got? Why it always got to be them and not me? Sometimes it ain't for you. DT's notes, lesson number 5. Rejection is something that doesn't feel good, but perhaps rejection is perhaps to save you from going down the wrong road. Rejection equals divine protection. I like your notes, DT. I love them. Oh my gosh. Now there's another kind of rejection or a no that can be temporary. All right? Every rejection, every no is not permanent. And you got to have that good old D, that discernment to help you understand and decipher between the two. Sometimes that rejection is temporary. That no is temporary. You can go to do something and they say, well, we can't take you now. It's a rejection, but it's just for the moment. You can be trying out for a team and they say you ain't ready. That might be a rejection for this year, but what about next year? You get what I'm saying? When the rejection is temporary and you see that there's a way for you to go back and double down and come back better, as one giving you an opportunity to make yourself better, to polish yourself more, to prepare yourself better. Hey, Tasha Renee, and come back and show up and show out. But when the rejection is temporary, okay, keep pushing. Do not give up at the first sign of opposition. Don't give up at the first sign of opposition. Regroup, examine yourself, find out where you lacking and slacking, and then come on back and try it again. If it's just a hard no, take it and say thank you, because that hard no might be saving your neck. Okay? It might be saving your neck. But if it's temporary, don't give up, because now the task that's in front of you has become so difficult. It's so difficult now. I just want to quit. I just want to quit. I just want to give up. It ain't for me. They just don't like me. They ain't gonna never give me a chance. Don't nothing good ever happen for me. Y'all have y'all said any of that foolishness? Don't everybody tell the truth all at the same time. I have. I've said some of that stuff. Hell, at one point I might have said all of it. At one point or another. Okay? But we gotta check ourselves, because you cannot give up at the first sign of opposition. Alita was saying she looked back at all her struggles and she says it's worth it. It's worth it. So when it comes down to it, when you push through those no's, those temporary no's, and you push through the resistance, the reward is greater. You appreciate it more because you worked for it and it wasn't handed to you. And then all of a sudden you can look back and kind of see why you had to do all the extra to get there. Because had you not prepared yourself, had you not gone through certain things, you would not be ready for what you're dealing with right now. DT's lesson number 6. Even when the rejection is temporary, gather yourself together, identify the weakness, and keep going. Discern what type of rejection it is. Good notes. Good notes. Marva says, I haven't spoken like that to myself in many years. Well, sis, it might be time. It just may be time. Okay? So now, the thing is, our position during these times of progress is an indicator, almost an indication that you are very close to whatever it is that you reaching, striving, working, fighting, clawing, digging to get. You putting all your energy into something. When the obstacle shows up, you should start shouting right then if you know how. If you know how to shout, shout right then. Because that obstacle, that resistance, that temporary no, those things are showing up as an indication that you're real close to what it is you're trying to get to. That's not the time to get discouraged and buckle. That's not the time to give up and say, well, it ain't going to happen for me. They just against me. That is your indication that you need to push harder. Okay, you say the negative thoughts. Okay, gotcha. That's right. Yeah, don't do that. I don't do that to myself anymore either. But I just acknowledged that there was a time when I clearly did. I did it. It wasn't productive. I got nothing out of it. I got absolutely nothing out of it. And see, we talked before about that metaphysical pressure, about how we put ripples out into that metaphysical water, into the spirit realm, into the water. And when we send out positive ripples, try as they might, your opposition really can't do a lot with you because the law is there. What you put out has to come back. If I plant seeds from an orange, I dare you to tell me it's a grapefruit tree. It ain't going to happen. So when you put in the hard work, you've done everything, all the work that is necessary to achieve a certain thing, understand that it's going to happen. If you making a cake and you put the work in to get you a cake out the oven, you done put your butter on the counter and you let it warm up to room temperature. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And you messed around and you put about a good 2 cups of sugar on top of that butter. And then you turn your mixer on and you go to creaming the butter and the sugar. You taking all your steps. Then you put your eggs in there and you mix your eggs in there real, real, real good. And then you take your flour and your baking powder and you sift it together and you add your 4 cups of flour. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about up in here. I'm not the only one that bake cakes. Then you go to adding that canned milk. Y'all know we like that pet milk and that carnation. You go to putting that in there. And then you add your extract and all your extra goodies and things that you like to do depending on what sort of a cake it is that you're making. And then you go to put it in the oven. But when you get to the oven is cold. Does that mean you can't have a cake? No, it doesn't. It means that you're going to have to turn it on and wait. Sometimes after you've taken all the preparation, you're going to get what you put into it. You put all that work into a cake, you're going to get a cake. If you get to the oven and the oven is cold, would you ever in your wildest dreams walk away and say, well, I just ain't going to get no cake? That sounds ridiculous when I put it like that, doesn't it? That's how ridiculous we sound when we give up. You would not walk away and throw all that cake batter in the garbage. That's a lie, y'all know it. You're going to walk yourself over there. You're going to turn that oven on. And you're going to let it heat up. And then you're going to bake your cake. So you can't walk away because everything ain't going perfect. Yeah, I know we supposed to preheat the oven. But if you sent your son in there and the joker didn't do what you said, and he didn't preheat the oven, are you going to say, well, the oven ain't hot, I don't know what to do? DT's lesson number 7. Don't be discouraged and give up when meeting rejection. Reassure yourself that this too shall pass. 2 Corinthians 4:17. DT got the notes and he got the scripture. Sheila say, a no may be intended for a greater purpose. I had to get a no to receive greater greater than, but I didn't ask for what I got, which is much better thanks to that no. Yeah, sometimes that no is so you can get what you need. You don't want to fall short. If it's something better for you, do you want to settle? It's like we used to watch Let's Make a Deal. I know the children don't know what I'm talking about, but some of y'all people that's grown like me, y'all know. Slowly sifting flour, waiting for the perfect mix. You better say it. It's the truth. We used to watch Let's Make a Deal, and Monty Hall would come through there, and he would show you some boxes and stuff, and you would sit there and be like, "Well, all right, Jay Rucker, I'm glad we on the same page." And he would say, "You want to take this one, or you want to get that one?" You know, sometimes it would get impatient. They didn't even want to let the man quit talking. They take box number one, but sometimes box number three is better for you. Be patient. Push through the resistance. Push through the resistance, the rejection, the obstacles, the difficulties are a direct result and an indication of answered prayers. I'm telling you, anytime you think you about to get a blessing or success or progress, an obstacle has to emerge. It's the law. Yeah, KB, he had that skinny microphone. I used to like Monty Hall. Monty Hall made everything sound exciting. Even when it was the booby prize and it was a donkey behind the door. He made it sound exciting. Monty Hall was that dude. Okay? So we're gonna do our takeaway quickly because we got a young lady here that want to bring us some information about how to get some money, and I want her to do it. But let's do our takeaway. Let's go through what we can take away from today's crown chat about the balancing act and understanding the law, the spiritual law concerning receiving progress and meeting obstacles. Okay? AP Leo Queen, let me see yours. You got a long one. Let me see. That has nothing to do with liking or not liking rejection if you will succeed. It is what you do with that rejection that matters. Great analogy. All right. Well, I'm glad I put it out there right. Okay. Hey, okay. Didi Dita Queen Ascari. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I don't remember seeing you, but welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. So the takeaway from this message is one. There is a balance. There's definitely a balance. When progress is imminent, an obstacle is sure. It will show up every time. It is an indication that your breakthrough is right there. Okay? That's the first thing we want to take away. The next thing is the types of obstacles that I covered today, and go on your own and get your notes. And maybe you can come up with some more. And if you bring them back, we'll talk about it again. But the two that I covered today, the type of obstacles are resistance, which can include but not limited to the fact that it will lead to velocity and also builds your strength, but also necessary to survive the next stage in your evolution or growth. Okay? And the next type of obstacle that we covered was rejection. We talked about types of rejection. That rejection can come from, just a hard no, a hard rejection, which can prevent you from taking a wrong path or decision, or rejection that's a temporary no, that can just mean for you to keep on pushing and not give up. Okay? And also remember that opposition during times of progress is an indicator. So be glad for it. Don't complain. Keep yourself positive. Don't start putting negative ripples in the pond because you got discouraged at the first sign of an obstacle. Okay? Good, good. All right. Anybody got anything else to add before I bring this young lady up? Alethea, I know you in here, so I'm gonna put this link out here for you so you can come up and tell them about your business. And it's something that'll help everybody if you're interested in it. If not, that's okay. But I want to make sure that she has an opportunity to do that because y'all know how important it is for me supporting Black businesses, especially anything that will help everybody to better themselves a little bit. Hey, SFF, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. Alicia, grab that link in the chat and come on up, and then I'm gonna let you talk with these ladies. She ain't gonna be long. She ain't gonna be long because y'all know I try to keep Crown Chat to an hour, give or take, give or take. But Alicia, come on through now because that clock is a ticking. But did I do any good with this one? Because I wanted to talk about it because I hit some obstacles, and then sometimes I have to talk with my children about these things, and they they be wanting to give up. When you're young, you learn that later in life. You learn it later. All right.
Why is it so low? Can you hear me?
Yeah, and you on the screen. Hey there.
Okay. Hi.
All right. You want me to show them your little poster first, or you want to just talk?
Um, I'll just talk. I'll
All
just
right.
talk. Okay, so thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come on your platform and speak. And trust me, I didn't know what you were going to be talking about, but this was awesome. It actually caused me to reflect as I was listening to you, because rejection truly is something that uh, stops people from achieving. Like you were talking about, oh, rejection from a boyfriend, or something like that, but it's so much deeper than that. um think about when we were children, or I know when I was a kid, when you ask for something, you're told no, right? What do children do when their parents tell them no? They ask and they ask and they ask, and it may be
No,
like,
child, we don't do that. Alicia, you forget we from the South, honey. When Mama say no, we shut up.
oh,
We don't keep
okay.
talking.
Well, maybe that's in your household, but on a general sense, children don't take no, they keep asking, and most times the adult breaks down and just gives in. That's just what
What
tends to
house is
happen.
that?
A lot. A
That
lot
don't
of
happen with
house,
that don't happen in black folks' houses, Alicia.
a lot. Let me see in the chat. In the chat, tell me. Do you end up caving when you keep on getting
No.
asked? People do.
Mm-mm.
People do. Yes. But
Alicia, you know I'm an old school mama. But
yeah, that's
yeah, I don't do
you.
no ain't no breakdown.
That's you, but in a general sense, if we took things rejection the way children took it, it wouldn't be a big deal. It would not be a big deal. But as we get older, the word no knocks us down. The word no. But and in terms of obstacles, you are very right when you said that when you have the biggest obstacle, something great is going to happen. Um, my daughter was in the hospital for 2 weeks in 2019.
Look here, girl, the sisters are telling you, no, me, I'm not in the house.
Oh,
Uh-uh.
well, listen, I don't know what the demographic is, but that's how it is. Children say no, and then they end up getting what they want for a
Mm-mm.
lot of people. But when Athena was in the hospital, oh wow, DC giving me a big egg. Means no.
Here you go. Those say keep asking and you might get a whooping. Exactly. Y'all gotta remember now, Lithia ain't, she's not raised over here with us. So, they might be a little easier. You know how mamas are over here. We don't play games. So that
No,
might be.
it's my maybe it's my it's not. I mean, I don't know. My mom, I've seen it. I've seen it in action. The kids
Uh-huh.
get to go
I'm
to
just messing with
McDonald's
you.
and all kind of
Yeah.
things. But as I was saying, yeah, when my daughter was in the hospital, it was like, to me, it was going to be the worst year ever of my life, you know? And fortunately, they weren't able to diagnose what was wrong immediately. It took them days. So even for a few days, she was in the hospital, bedridden. And I was just in limbo, not knowing what is going on with my child. And finally, fast forward a month, she's out, she's back in school. She was out for a month. And shortly after that, I got my green card. And that is something that I never had, that was preventing me from doing a lot of things. You know, I was financially with my hands tied because of not having everything in order that I needed at the time. And so it went from being the worst year of my life to feeling like, oh my God, the possibilities are now endless because this thing has finally happened for me. And it felt even sweeter because of what I had just gone through. So sometimes these
Awesome.
obstacles, yeah, I know that's my roundabout way of getting to that point. that
Okay, so now tell us about this fabulous business because I've been excited and I want you to share it with the ladies. And then if y'all like the information and you want to know more, and I see y'all with the whipping chronicles in the chat. You know, some of us came up getting them tails cut. So you have to forgive us, Alicia, honey. The ladies that raised us was gangsters, okay? They were straight
okay,
gangsters. So
my mom's
um,
not a
those of
gangster.
you who want to know more, we're going to make sure you have Alicia's information so you can go to a private is it a Zoom? So you know where y'all she'll give y'all more information. But tell the ladies about your business, Alicia.
Okay, so 2020 was crazy, and it left a lot of people in the dust because people got furloughed, meaning they're anticipating going back to work, or some got fired, some got furloughed, and that turned into termination, and some businesses just closed altogether. For me, being here in New York, I was in school. I was studying to get a certification in medical billing and coding. But once I got that, and New York, has had some of the more strict rules when it comes to this pandemic and lockdown and restrictions, I decided that that was not the route that I would ultimately take. I did get my certification, but another thing presented itself to me, and that's to learn how to trade foreign exchange, right? So all this is to say, you need to explore more options when it comes to making money, because without having that option present itself to me, I really don't know where I would be right now. As a single mom with my school age daughter, I was able to stay home with her throughout this whole pandemic until she was able to go back to school.
So
Now,
tell the ladies, tell them how would they get started if they want to do foreign exchange trading. You know, the money market. Just to give y'all a heads up, foreign exchange or forex, it pertains to the money market. Basically, this is the exact same thing that the bank does with your money when you leave it in there, and then at the end of the year they give you a half of a penny interest. Right? They gonna make plenty of money with your money, and then give you a half of a penny and tell you to hush. Now, Alicia knows how to trade, but she doesn't do the forex. I think you do binary, right? The high frequency trading.
which is also
It's a
trading.
same
It's
thing, right?
Yes, but it's time based. So if I can show you how to make what you make in an hour in 3 minutes, is that something that you could find useful? Because I found
Right.
that to be useful for me, right? So I could have gone a different route, but we can make money different ways nowadays. Prime example, we're on YouTube. People are making a living on YouTube. So now I'm making a living by trading. And I learned in no time. I decided to learn the skill in June of last year. And I haven't looked back since. Right?
Okay, so how would they get started? Like if they come to you and they say, Alicia, big sis, I want to do, I want to learn how to trade. Like, what's the first steps they should take, and how can you help them get started?
Well, I'm enrolled in the IM Master Academy, and there's a link that I can send, and it's just a matter of getting enrolled there. But I'm doing the overview on Friday evening at 9 p.m., where you can get all the information. So, I'm going to be sharing that with you, and you can send it out to them.
Okay, good. So I'll make sure that's on the community tab for anybody who's interested. So when it comes to doing that, like explain to them like how they would when it comes to trading, like how the money expands. Because I remember when you were showing me, it was like astronomical as far as like your percentages and how you put yourself on a budget. Not a budget, but what did you call it when you like you set your
Um,
amount that you want to make every day?
the compound interest calculator is what I use to determine how much I'm going to make per day. So say I decide I want to grow my money by 8% every single day. We know that the bank wouldn't even give you 1% on your money. But here I found a way to pay myself 8% every single day. And the risk management is, when it comes to investing, you can't win 100% of the time. So I'm not risking 8% for any one trade. I'm risking 1 to 3% of my money in any
Mhm.
one given trade. And I'll do it as many times as I need to until I come to that 8%, and then I'm done for the day.
Which is awesome. And then now I know when you help me get set up, we use pocket options.
Mhm.
And there's a demo account and then a live account. Tell them about how that works. Because I'm not gonna say it right. But you go.
Okay, well, when you're learning, you want to be able to practice. You don't want to be playing with your real money. So I help people set up a demo account, which will give you $1,000 in demo dollars, monopoly money. And I actually have a call that me and Ty from the Ty Said What Ty Said channel we do together. We're having it tomorrow, where we're actually trading live, and people are logging on with us and they're making money for the day and going about their business. So if anybody is interested, they could actually come on to that call tomorrow morning. It's at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I show you how to set up your demo account right then and there, show you how to
Mhm.
use the broker, and then we go on to me analyzing the market and taking trades. So you'll see how it happens in real time.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So any other like pertinent information, like really good stuff that you want to get into, like some of the things that people should know that they don't know, some of the inside.
Well, you definitely touched on it. The fact that we all participate in this foreign exchange market because we all put our money in the different financial institutions. It's not just banks; it's all of them. They're the
Mhm.
big players in the foreign exchange market. It's the largest, most liquid financial money market in the world, larger than the stock market. It's close to $7 trillion that's generated, and they make their money and then they put the money back in our account so that we have it, but we don't get the benefit. So this is just us showing you how to bypass them as a middleman and take your money and invest it in that market for yourself instead of loaning it to them and not getting any benefits for yourself.
Okay. And so, like, as far as trading, are there certain times of the day to trade, or is the market open 24 hours?
The market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week for traditional currencies, but it's open 7 days a week, 24/7 for cryptocurrencies, which I also do.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. And then, so, like, with the demo account, is there a limit to the amount of time that you can stay on the demo account if you're not comfortable, or can you stay there as long as you need to stay on the fake money until you're comfortable moving to the real money?
Oh, you can, if you run out of money, they'll give you more pretend money.
Okay. So
Yeah.
they can virtually stay there for as many weeks or months or whatever, just with
Yeah.
the fake money until they get the hang of it and they feel confident enough to do things on their own. And they're not having to go to anybody to get their money. They can do it themselves, once they you know, are confident. Now we got a question from Veronica. She said, "What is this cost to get started?" Now there's a cost with some of these academies. I know she mentioned her academy. However, um, you don't have to have an academy or anything to get started in that, do you? Or
You
is it like? Well, you tell me. Let me not talk too much.
no, there is a cost associated. um Veronica, I can give you my email address and we can talk about that, because actually we have a special going on right now which actually ends today. So if anybody were interested, today is actually a great day to get started.
Hold on, sis. Let me stop you. Wait a minute, Jam. Let me address you. Now, Jam, you know I love you and you're welcome here. There's no such thing as y'all be careful. What we're doing here is financial literacy to try to help our sisters. Now, if you don't want to participate with us trying to help each other, I understand. But you can't bring that in here, okay? I love you. First and last warning. Go ahead, darling. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Diamond Pearl Jim has a question. She says, how are taxes generated and paid?
Okay, well, while the money is in your broker, it's tax free. It's when you pull it out that it is now taxable. So
Okay, so if you
I
leave the
funded.
money, so if and now I got a question. So if you leave the money in the brokerage account, and let's just say you leave it there for 6 months and you're steady growing what you have, right?
Right. No
As long as I
taxes.
don't pull it out, I'm not liable for taxes.
Right.
Oh, okay. And so when you pull it out, um, does your broker send you tax forms to show like how much you had and how much you didn't?
It's, well, the way I do it, it's I fund my broker through Cash App.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
BJ
See,
Dez does what
BJ's,
you do.
there you
Okay.
go. So BJ is a cosign. It ends today and it's wonderful. Um when I fund it through Cash App, so when I'm pulling money out, it comes out through Cash App. And Cash App is what will generate the 1099, the paperwork for
Okay.
yeah, for
All
tax
right.
time.
Got it. What other good points did you want to give the ladies?
Um just, if you want to see it in action, depending on the broker, it varies. So the broker that I'm talking about with Shanitra, Pocket Option, you can start with $50, right? Different brokers with different features may cost more. So it just depends on what broker you start with. I'm not affiliated with any broker, so I can't tell you use this one over that one. I could just say, well, I like, but I'm not endorsing any broker by speaking on it. But in terms of price, the next thing, the price does vary, because if it's one academy, one price, but if you get all three, there is a package deal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other finer points that I missed in my asking?
No, 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 just explore your options. That's all I really want to stress, that there are different ways to make money nowadays. We're in a digital age, so why not turn your device into a money making machine? You know, that's
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Make money
Now,
from your phone.
yeah, because and I did want to mention that. Now, when you first got me set up with that academy, like some of them were telling me I could do different things. So one of them actually even put me in a Telegram group where they could take little short trades, or like I can agree to do the trade and they would do it for me, like like a bot trading. And then there was another one. What was that thing called? Because that one was confusing because they would, give me signals on that app. You know which one I'm trying
HFX
to say?
swipe, HFX swipes.
HFX White. Yes. Yeah, so there's apps and everything. So you all don't be afraid of high frequency trading or binary, which is binary trading, or forex trading. Because I did forex trading before I met Alethea, and then after I met her, she explained things a lot better for me. So I was more successful with her than I was with the other people that were helping me. But just don't be afraid of it, because I know it's lots of weirdos online that try to use, oh, we're doing binary and FX, they'll put FX for high frequency trading or whatever, and they're playing with you. But you can learn things on your own. You don't have to go that route. DJ Dead says eventually, when you get started, you'll find a broker that works for you. Okay. And it says, instead of Cash App, can the money go to a bank account? That's a good question.
I really don't know. I've only done it through Cash App, but that's something that I could ask and get back to you about Diamond and Pearl. I only know about Cash App for now.
Okay. Now, Alita's asking for your contact info. Can I put your email address in here?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And then I'll pin it for the ladies who are looking for your info, so they'll be able to find you. Hold on.
Okay.
I got to find you in here first.
Or I can tell you.
Alethea502@gmail.com.
That's right.
All right. So I'm going to type her email in here, ladies. DJ Dad says she's been doing trading for almost 4 years now.
Okay. And how has it been for you, BJ? Because it's been life changing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Life changing. Yep.
Okay. U.S. Army Brat says, I've only been trading a little over a year and would love to learn more. All right. Well, I'm going to put her email here so y'all can learn. Hold
Okay, and yeah, if anyone just wants to be a spectator on our call tomorrow, feel free to come and see. It doesn't cost anything to come and see what we're doing tomorrow at 11 Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we got that. Let me pin this at the top and take a couple more questions. Alita says, thank you. So her email should be pinned. I think I pinned it. Did I pin it? No, I pinned it at the top of the chat. DH says, is there a website?
There is a website, but you have to be a member in order to view the website. So you'd have to be enrolled in the academy to really be able to see everything that it has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jazzy, you can do that, but she doesn't have Cash App.
Right. Yeah, that would be a little difficult. But I think maybe, you think maybe some of the brokers
I'm
might allow
sure.
bank accounts? Yeah.
I am sure. I just never did it. Everybody does things their way. At first, I had wanted to fund using my card, and my bank card, I was having issues, so I found it best to go use by buying Bitcoin and funding
Okay.
my account using the Bitcoin. You remember
Okay.
when we did the process? It was so easy,
It
right?
was very simple. And
Yeah.
listen, y'all know I am technologically challenged. Y'all know that. So if I got it done, it's not that difficult. Auntie Eva says, is this the same as day trading? No, it's not. I do day trading as well. Um, this is not the same. It's actually a lot easier than day trading. So
And
if
this
you can
is
if you
round the
can
clock.
manage, yeah, if you can manage day trading, or you got, like, I have TD Ameritrade and Webull, like if you trade like that, this will be a lot easier, I'm pretty sure. Yep. It is. I'm just glad that you were able to bring this information. Y'all know our channel is truly one of those that we want to push financial literacy. I want us to understand how to help ourselves. Um, those of you who are members, the vendors list is still over on the community tab. If you're interested in wholesaling, that list is there. And some of you know that vendors list, they charge for those. I'm giving it to you free because I want you to help yourself. Look into some of those products. Um, our sister Egypt that is normally here. If you don't have her contact, contact me and I'll put you in touch with her. She can help you set up your e-commerce store. You know, Alethea is here. BJ Dez. Now we know we have two resources, two ladies that understand the foreign exchange, binary and forex. Let these ladies help you. Alethea's contact info is at the top, is pinned to the top of this chat. Let's make use of the resources we have here in the royal family. We have people that can help you do better for yourselves. We all need to do better. These children ain't free. And I keep
Right.
telling y'all they worse than terrorists. They always coming to take your money. They tear up your house, all kind of stuff. So you need more. We all need more. No matter what you got, you need some more. So, Alethea, is that the only way they can find you? Did you want to give them your social media or anything like that?
Um, my gosh, I don't know my social media handle by heart. Rain Barton 39, I think, is my Instagram. Hold on, let me look. But yeah, my whole thing is I don't want my child to have to work if she doesn't want to. And this is what's gonna do it. Rain Barton 39. That's my IG. I'll drop it in the chat. Hold on.
Okay, please do. And ladies, do y'all have any more questions for our sister Alethea? And y'all, please thank you. Thank her for coming and giving this information. Now, Tanya Germain, is that the right way, Alethea? Is this how it looks?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so
Oh
that's how
yeah.
it looks.
Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya.
Okay, all right. She's very pretty. I've never seen her before. Did she come with you?
I Yes, I invited her. She is one of
Oh,
my mentors in
well,
trading.
Tanya, I'm so glad you made it in. Would you like to come up and holler at us, or you good from the chat? Because you are more than welcome. We like guests over here at the Royal Family. Yes, Keisha is telling you thank you. Yeah, the folks are letting you know we
Okay.
appreciate you for bringing that information and giving us a little bit better financial awareness of what they can do to help themselves. That is very important. And that means a lot to me. And I truly appreciate you. We have another question here. AP Leo Queen says, what are the best apps to trade on for, I guess, for Forex?
Well, I do not trade on an app. I trade in my broker. I mean, the one app I have is MetaTrader 4 that I use when I'm trading foreign exchange. But
Mhm.
outside of that, in terms of if she's asking about the Robin Hoods and the Weebles and all of that, I don't use those.
Yeah,
I
I
just
use
use
Webull.
MetaTrader 4.
Now I do use Webull just because it's very handy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but to be honest, I'm old school. I prefer to be on my laptop and use TD Ameritrade till the death of me. Tanya says, I think Alethea covered it perfectly, but I would not mind joining next time. Well, I sure truly hope that there will be a next time. If there's ever any other information that you ladies would like to present, you are welcome to do that here. Yep, some very vital information. If you watch the replay, and you will get all of that. You said, well, where will it be tomorrow? It's going to be on the Zoom, right, Alethea?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'll send you the flyer, and if you could put it on the community tab,
I will, and I'll
you'll
make
see
it
it.
public for anybody who needs the information. So anybody
Okay.
who's watching now or watching the replay, whether you are a royal family member or one of our honored guests, please go to the community tab almost directly following this live, and her information will be available so that if you want to go tomorrow and tune in and pay attention to what they're doing and learn something. And listen, don't y'all be afraid to get those demo accounts and start trading and listening to what they're saying. And once you get comfortable, then you can do something else. But make sure that you take advantage of this vital information. I absolutely do not want you to miss out at all. Okay? All right. Alethea, do you have any closing words for our sisters before I place that poster on the community tab?
I just want to tell you thank you for allowing me to come on your platform to share, because this is an open secret. that a lot of people on the upper tier has been privy to all along, and
Right.
they've just been making all this money, generational wealth, financial
Mm-hmm.
freedom, all of that, and it's accessible to people of to open up an account with $50. But if you just don't know,
You don't
knowledge
know.
is power, ignorance is bliss. So
It's
you
true.
know you never
Veronica
know.
asked, what are some of the apps you have?
Well, the HFX swipes, which you were
Mm-hmm.
asking me about, but you have to be enrolled in the academy to
To use
be
that
able
one.
to use it. So it's just MetaTrader 4, which is just the general app that I use. And then the brokers, if it came in app form, I'd have the app, but I just log on to the website. Oftentimes I can be on the road and I'll get an HFX swipe notification, and I'll
Mm-hmm.
just log into my broker and I'll jump in a trade and I'll be making money while I'm out and about
Right.
things, the mundane things in the day.
All right. Well, Alicia, I appreciate you. The family is showering you with thank yous in the chat. Um, we really feel privileged that you took time to bring that information. You are a member of the royal family, and we appreciate you. We appreciate all of our sisters, and I hope the rest of you will take a cue from our sister Alethea. If you have a Black business and you want to highlight it and spotlight it here, please bring it, because it may not only be a benefit to you, it may be a benefit to the rest of the family. Okay. Hey, spiritual baby. Yeah, check that replay. Check that replay. Some good information here. So, you guys, Alethea is going to send me that uh, poster, and I'm going to post it on the community tab. So, please shine your eyes. Well. Okay. Shine your eyes. Pay attention. It will be there. Also, we'll be back tomorrow for another Crown Chat. Alethea, I can't say thank you enough. This has been absolutely wonderful, and I really enjoyed it. And I think the family did as well.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for giving a listening ear, everybody. Take care.
All right. Thanks so much. And in the meanwhile, family, I appreciate you guys. If you did not like this stream on the way in, please hit the like button on the way out. And after you have hit the like button, make sure that you're subscribed. Maybe you might think you're subscribed and you're not, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not. Also, channel membership, the link is in the description in the description of this video, right below the video. Now, if you want to join channel membership and you're not able to, please do not let cost be an obstacle to you. Contact me on my email or my Instagram. The email is shanitra@philsdaughter.com. My Instagram is shanitra_royal. Reach out to me if you need assistance in getting membership. We have some very nice events coming up, just like we just had movie night. We had African movie night. We had a Royal Talent Fest where we gave out, I planned for 500, but we ended up giving out over $600 in prizes. So you don't want to miss out on upcoming events, because those are for members only. So we don't want you to miss out either. If you need assistance getting your membership, if for some reason you're not able to, do not let that be an obstacle. Reach out and allow us to help you here at the Royal Family. Okay? In the meanwhile, I love you guys. Have a great Tuesday. Take good care of yourselves. Remember to stay encouraged, and most of all, encourage somebody else. Y'all have a good afternoon. Bye now.